Okay.
So, so yeah, guys, look, we're week 5, right? This is the 5th week. We had our first call session, you know, and it was humbling for a lot of us, right? It was humbling for a lot of us. Can, can somebody send Kim the link, please, while I'm talking, please? You guys can do that for me on the text thread. But anyways, what I it was very humbling. It was very humbling, number one, because I must have dialed like 50 dials, 50, 60 dials, and I only had 4 conversations. And one of them was good, and it was humbling for me because when I had done this years ago, I would have 10 conversations, 10 to 15 conversations, and I would book 3 appointments. So the characteristics, the mindsets of these sellers are different now, right? They're not just getting their phones being hammered. They're also now it's so loud out there, right? So we have to be so succinct at what we're doing and how we're answering objections. And I love the affirmation, CJ. I love the affirmation.
Yeah, me too.
I just one little piece of affirmation. And the one little piece of that affirmation is I'm going to serve at the highest possible level. And in result, I'm going to make 30,000 every month. I'm going to serve at the highest possible level. And as a result, I'm going to make 30,000 a month. And the reason why I say that is because the mindset that we want to have is we're going to serve first. And when we give an amazing solution to the problem that our market has, then we're going to get compensated for it, right? Because our success is in direct proportion to the level that we solve problems for our customers. Yes or no? That's it, period, right? We don't solve the problem, we don't make the money. So what's my problem? What problem am I trying to solve? And then I'll go into solving your problem. Is that fair? The problem that I'm trying to solve right now is make sure my computer doesn't die. Um, the problem that I'm trying to solve right now is I'm trying to help people around me that I know that are struggling in the business right now. They're struggling. Guys are struggling. I'm telling you, they are. A lot of people. And the problem is, all these guys are a lot of people, and President Party is excluded. A lot of people are so egotistical that they're not telling me how bad they're struggling, right? But they are. They are, right? So I'm awake at night wondering what can I do to help agents that I'm in business with? What can I do in our community? CJ, you've been in my community for a long time. You remember that. And I wasn't even charging anything for it. As I am now, right? I'm just helping because that's what keeps me awake at night. Because man, I love the agent so much and I know what it's like to struggle. So this whole six-figure agent expired calling piece, it's just a way for me to give back to you guys. It's a way for me to help you guys win at a super, super high level. Okay. That's what keeps me up at night. Well, 1 second, CJ. That's what keeps me up at night because I'm flowing. That's what keeps me up at night, right? Is I want to help you guys. But in the middle of helping you guys out, I want to put together, I want case studies. I want you guys to take your commitment level to what we're doing to a whole nother level. Because if you guys can take this to a whole nother level and your commitment can go a whole level and you can go, man, we started this 30 days ago. And you know what? I have never taken 3 listings every month by new people I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Hey, will you put that on video? Will you do this? Will you do that? Why? Number one, then I can help the other agents in our community. I can help the other agents that I'm leading, right? And then we can be so damn attractive that people are going to want to be in business with us. Is that okay? Right? But it starts out with loving the customer so much, really actually having a desire to want to meet their fears, being patient with them, right? Being patient where they're at, helping them self-discover. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So I got some ideas right now that I'm working on, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. Is that okay? So
Yes.
I'm gonna put together the stuff, and then I'll let you guys know later. Is that okay? Instead of me sitting here talking about it, getting you guys all fired up, right? And then you guys like, Joey, when is it done? So I just want your commitment level to what we're doing to go to a whole nother level. This is more than just role play once a week. I want to see you guys get results. I want to see you guys get results. I want results out of this because the only thing that's going to abolish limiting beliefs and all the fears and stuff that we have in our head is going to be taking the action that we need to make it happen. Okay? Makes sense? So I want you guys to think about it. I want you guys to make some commitments. I want you to make some commitments today. We'll discuss that as we get a little bit later, but I'm going to really encourage you guys. Number one, you guys saw I had like 2,500 contacts of people that expired, right? I brought 2,500 of them. So you guys knew that, shoot, if the first 50 that don't answer, who cares? You got 50 more and then 50 after that. But I want an extreme commitment from all of you. Is that fair?
It is.
Extreme commitment from all of you, because then you guys could be the case studies that what we're doing works. Does that make sense?
It does.
So the idea behind all of it is, I don't want you to think for a minute that you're going to call one person one time. You're going to have to call them. You're going to have to call them 10 times. You're going to have to call Lee 10 times, 10 and 12 times to make it happen. John, you said earlier when we were there on Saturday, I can spend money on marketing. I said, John, don't spend money on marketing. This is going to cost a lot of money. Let's keep going this route, because then you can decide when it's actually going to be hard dollars for you guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I just want you guys to really think, and I want you guys to be connected to the people on the other end of these calls. When you're calling and you're connecting with them, they're human beings. They're let down. It's your job, Kim, to give them a little bit of hope. Just having one more conversation with them, Kim. If I, in the next 10, 15 minutes, Kim, if I could give you some hope that would help you feel good about what's going on right now, is that fine? Yes, great. The 30K will come, Chris, after you solve their problem. The focus is solving the problem. And when you get really refined and you're really good at solving other people's problems, then you start saying, Lord, give me bigger problems to solve. Because if you want to raise your income, you raise your income by solving bigger problems. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes? Right?
Yeah.
That's where it is. So I have 240 people spanning about several states that nobody's telling me how bad they're struggling, but I know they are. Right? And I have a heart for them because I don't want anybody to struggle. I had a client call me yesterday. I'm not kidding you. I haven't talked to this lady in 12 years. She called me yesterday. She's bedridden. She asked me, will you pray for me, Joey? I need money. I'm in desperate need. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you need? So I'm going to go buy and bring her a bag of groceries. I sent her $100. I prayed for her. That's my heart. The cool thing is she thought about me. She thought about me. Out of everybody in her freaking world, she thought about me. And I got a chance to help. Make sense? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
That's my heart behind all of this. So I want you really to not look at these people as a number. Don't look at these people as commission check. Look for people that are looking for you. Look for people that are looking for you. Make sense?
It does.
Because if you look at them as a number, you're going to be like every single other person. I've had 10 calls today. Great. I broke the top 10. Let me ask you, if you sold the home, where are you going to go? Right? Keep moving. Keep moving along. Keep moving along. Keep moving along. It was hard to dial 50, 60 numbers and only talk to 4 people. That was really hard for me. You guys have no idea. I got ADD with lots of D's on the end of my A. Literally. So me to sit there and dial and dial and dial and dial. My wife's like, honey, how many appointments did you guys get? We didn't really get any. But let me show you how many we dialed. And I'm going. And my son says it keeps going. And I'm going. And I'm showing him. And it keeps going. And I'm like, yeah. But there was a lot of attempts. Okay. So let's jump into today's lesson. Okay. And then we're going to jump into some role plays. I want to give you guys the 5 steps. Because I coach with Sean Kokoska, right? I'm one of his coaches. I want to give you the 5 steps to addressing objections. Is that good? 5 steps. Okay. Number one is acknowledge. When somebody gives you an objection, hey, I never want to sell my home. I'm tired of it. Oh, I can appreciate that. I can understand why you sound like you're frustrated. You sound like you've probably given up on your whole plans. And you know what? I agree with you. I probably would have too. 6 months in the market without a sale. So let me ask you something, CJ. If you did sell this thing, where were you planning on going? Well, I was planning on going to LA. Well, great. Okay. Well, tell me more about that. And so the next step is acknowledge. Acknowledge. Show understanding and empathy towards the objection. Acknowledge. Write this down, please. Show understanding and empathy toward the objection. Step 1 is acknowledge. Right? Show empathy. That's where the repeating and affirming comes into place. Hey, I understand. You sound frustrated, right? So acknowledging it is really important. People are not acknowledged right now. Most people are in scarcity. Really, honestly. I asked Grok, the AI yesterday. I asked the AI yesterday, what are the main reasons why real estate companies stocks are falling? And they told me about 1.8 trillion dollars worth of commercial real estate is going to come due in 2026. And they had all this different stuff. This is what's the undercurrent. This is the undercurrent. Listen to me, guys. This is the undercurrent. But here's the beautiful part of it is we're going to get so good by the time it comes. We're going to be able to help we're going to be able to help more people now than we ever have been because we're learning how to help people at a really high level. You with me? You giving me an audience, Kim? Do I have an audience? You keep smiling and turning your head. I got some audience back there or what? You should probably tell me. I would have put a tie on.
We do, you do. I'm in Paul
Okay.
Frank. So
So
Jason is here and Monica just walked in. So sorry I'm smiling. They're
no,
making me
no, that's
laugh
okay.
already.
No, that's okay. So we're giving you guys tools on how to help a lot more people. Step one, acknowledge. Step two, isolate. You want to isolate the objection. You want to isolate. You want to clarify, is this the real issue? I'm not selling my house. I decided not to sell. I can appreciate that. You sound frustrated. I am. I've been on the damn market for 6 months without a sale. Hey, you know what? I get it. Are you aware that the average agent sells 3 to 4 homes a year? Well, what the hell does that matter? Well, what it matters is most of these guys are mediocre, is what I'm trying to tell you, Kim. Most people don't know what they're doing. And you know what? I get it. I have to work with these people every day. I got to submit offers on their listings. It's incredible. Right? So isolate it. Clarify if it's the real issue or if other concerns exist. That's where that objection comes in, right? Hey, I'm just curious, Kim, if I could bring you an offer that was accepted to you in the next 30 days, could you continue with your plans or would it be an issue? It's not just a sexy objection handler. You know what I mean? I'm clarifying it. If I could do that, would you do that? You guys ever heard Jay Kinder say that in the objection? If I could, would you? If I could, would you? You know what I mean? Kind of that whole idea, right? So step one is to acknowledge. Step two is to isolate. You got to isolate the objection. You know what? My wife and I decided not to sell. Great. I appreciate that. I can understand that. So let me ask you, if I could sell your home in the next 30 days with an offer that was acceptable to you, could you continue with your plans? Don't try to sound like the most amazing salesperson, because the last time I checked, somebody who sounds incredible and sounds so tailored, I think they're like up to something. I think they're up to something. They sound like a sleazy salesman. Sometimes you want to make some mistakes. Sometimes you want to stutter. You know what I mean? It's okay to do that. Just make sure that they realize that you're human, right? Number three is reframe it. The third step is reframe. Offer a different perspective or explanation. Offer a different perspective or explanation. I've said this for many years now. When you get in front of somebody, their head must tilt and they must say out loud, I never thought of it that way, Joey. I never thought of it that way. Hopefully you guys are doing that right now. Hopefully you're, oh man, that's good. Ooh, that's good. I never thought of it that way, right? So, you know what? I'm not selling this home because nothing's selling right now. People can't afford homes, Joey. Hey, you know what? I get it. Watching the news, reading the newspaper, on social media, and it's doom and gloom. Would you be surprised to know, CJ, that there were 73 homes in your zip code that sold in the last 30 days? Has your agent disclosed to you why you weren't one of those 73? Has he? Or what we need to do, Paul, is we need to figure out why you weren't one of those 73. Well, what can you do to sell my home? Hey, that's a great question. That's exactly why we need to get together. I want to look at your home. I want to get an idea of why it hasn't sold. I want to have some fresh perspective. Because at the end of the day, Paul, I would rather turn you down than let you down. What does that mean? I invest on average between $800 and $1,500 in every listing I take, which is not a lie. It's not a lie. Talk about your TC fee. Talk about your photograph fee. What do you get paid per hour? How many hours you have investigated in every appointment, guys? Right? So I'd rather turn you down. So what is it? Give them a different perspective. Let them know how many homes are selling in the area. Let them know that things are still selling. I'm just curious, how motivated are you to sell this home? Well, what does that matter? Well, it does matter. You know why it matters, John? Is because this is not a market where people should just, the conversations people shouldn't be having is, let's just put it on the market and see what happens. This is not the market for that, Paul. This is not the market for that. I'm looking to help people that have a strong motivation to sell. One thing I found, Paul, is the listings that don't sell are the times where I'm more committed to sell the home than the seller is. How committed are you to sell the home? Is that a true statement? Am I trying to sound great, or am I asking them how motivated they are? You need to ask them these questions. You need to ask them these questions. You need to figure out how you can give them a different perspective or a different explanation than they already have in their mind. If you care enough about them, CJ, you will do that whether you get the listing or not. Yes or no? I remember this guy, Fong. I listed his house on Laguna Park. I told him to lower his property by $40,000. $40,000. He yelled at me, slammed his fist on his desk, right? And he chased me out of the house. I was so mad at him early on in my career, I left the signpost in his yard. I never picked it up. True story. A year later, he calls me. The signpost is still in the yard. I'm not kidding you. He said, I'm wrong. I was wrong, Joey. What do you mean? The market had just started. I was wrong, Joey. I was wrong. I should have listened to you. And I just moved. I just got a job in LA, and my job is going to pay half of the negative equity on my home. It was negative equity. They had to write a $75,000 check to sell his home. He wrote a check for 35. His job wrote a check for 35, right? But you have to be so convicted at helping them, right, that you're going to do the right thing. I'm not saying you should do that, but that was earlier on in my career. Next, number 4 is provide a solution. Number 4 is provide a solution. Address the objection with facts and examples and benefits. You know, I told you guys when we were calling on Saturday, you could say, hey, our group sold 39 homes last month, which is a true statement. Our group sold 85 homes since the beginning of this year. Really? Absolutely. Are you aware the average agent only sells 3 homes? I'm not saying that to impress you, John. I'm saying to impress upon you that we know how to sell homes. So let me ask you a question. Do you see any disadvantages of sitting down with me for 15 minutes so I can show you how we do that? Right? Provide a solution. Address the objections with facts, examples, and benefits. This is your process. This is your process. So when you follow the script, you're addressing all of this. A lot of these things get addressed. And lastly, close, confirm, agreement, and move forward. Let me give those again. Number 1, acknowledge the objection. Number 2, isolate. Number 3, refrain. Number 4, provide a solution. And number 5, close. Is this helping? Don't do me a favor. Nobody answer the question too quickly. Nobody answer too quickly, please. Please.
I'm a thumbs upper. There you go.
Okay, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm going to put these in the chat right now so you guys have them. And then we're gonna jump into some role plays. That sound good?
Yeah, it's just getting past that first question. When you make that phone call and they automatically say, I have a realtor, or you're leaving a message or something like that. We never get through the script because it's always stuck at 1 or before 1.
What's the 4-letter word to prospecting?
F-U-C-K. Just kidding.
Kim.
Kim just missed the whole thing I talked about. What is the 4-letter word for prospecting? It's called next.
Next,
Ah, no,
next.
fumbled with my microphone. Next, yes.
Right?
I'm
That's
gonna-
the 4-letter word for prospecting, right? Is next.
Next.
And when you know that that's the case, John,
Yes.
then it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about John. Don't worry about the ones that are swimming away from you. Be focused on the ones that are swimming towards you.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are taking your calls. You with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got an expired listing right now that I'm working on. She's in really bad shape. She's in really bad shape. But I've helped her out. This is probably my 4th call that I'm going to call her, and she's probably going to end up being around a $500,000 listing, maybe 485,000. Right. So, anyways, I put it in the chat, and let's jump into the who's going to role play first.
I'll go. Oh, Paul, go ahead.
All right, I'll go. I'll volunteer. If I'm facing away, it's just because I'm looking at my scripts.
No worries, no worries. As long as you know the script, you say ring ring, I say hello. Let's keep moving.
Ring, ring.
Hello,
Hi, Joey. Hi, I'm looking for Joey.
this is Joey.
Hi, Joey. My name is Paul. I'm with First Realty Group, and I'm calling because I saw that your property had come off the market, and I was wondering when are you going to interview the right person to get the property sold?
You know what? I right now we've actually decided to hold off, Paul. We've been on the market for about 6 months. It wasn't working out, so we're gonna try back probably in June or July. If you can call me back then, that would be great.
I can understand it's a little frustrating having to keep the house clean and everybody ready for tours, but just imagine for a second though, if you had sold that house, where were you going to go?
We were right now we're looking at downsizing right now. We really are. We're looking at downsizing, and the kids are we're empty nesters, and we need to get out of this house. This is too much for my wife to clean, and but we're just our last agent just kept asking us to lower the price over and over again.
Oh, okay. So, all right, they weren't really interested in your net amount. Okay. Well, Joey, what do you know about today's market? What do you think stopped your property from selling?
I mean, nothing's selling right now. That's the thing. I mean, there's like 2 of them in my neighborhood. We all been sitting.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, some properties are taking a little longer to sell, but I mean, your agent must have done something. What they do that you liked while your property was listed?
I'm not sure what he did. I mean, I know my house didn't sell.
Gotcha. Gotcha. How'd you end up picking that agent?
He's the guy that sold me the house.
I understand. Okay. Well, since it didn't sell, what do you think they should have done?
Get my house sold.
Is that what you expect from the next realtor you choose?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys make a lot of money, and the issue is, it's not my job to learn how to sell a home. I'm hiring you guys to get this done for me.
Well, that's what we do. We specialize in that. Joey, were you aware that most agents only sell 3 to 4 homes a year on average? My team greatly outpaces that. We've already closed 82 transactions since the beginning of the year, January 1st, 2025.
Wow, 82 transactions in our area.
Just in this zip code alone. So, I'd like to apply for the job of selling your property. Are you familiar with the techniques we use to sell homes?
I'm not.
Okay, not surprising. Our listings tend not to stay on the market for very long. Well, what most people do when their property hasn't sold is they interview a second opinion and then they hire a more active, aggressive real estate team that specializes in getting properties sold. Would getting all of your money sound good to you and your wife?
Yeah, I mean, you think you can sell my home?
I absolutely do. It's what we do every day of the week. Let's schedule a 15-20 minute in-person meeting with you and your wife. We take a look around your property and then we can develop a plan, get it sold. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right.
I
Well,
love it.
what's the best time to show you? Are you better on a weeknight, Thursday night, or Saturday morning?
Anytime, Paul. You got the appointment. Love it, man. How do you feel like you did, Paul?
I was doing pretty good. I had a couple stumbles where I was maybe a little too conversational, I guess, and I should have just been a little more confident and practiced as I was going in there. And then and you messed me up. You stumped me a bit on one of the early objections, and it made me kind of skip around a second. But anyways, I still felt pretty good. I still thought I was
Okay,
doing.
so first of all, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I didn't see you having any problems. You rolled through it. Anybody, you guys, does everybody raise your hand if you agree with me? I don't see where he started to fumble at all whatsoever.
All right, nice.
But I'm going to tell you, how you could make it better.
Okay, go.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
When
please.
when you asked me how did I happen to pick the last agent, I told you it was the guy who sold it to me. You know
Mhm.
what would be a great thing? He sounds like he's more of a buyer's agent than a listing agent.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Okay.
Does that work? Yes or no?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, great. He found you the home. Good for you. It sounds like he might be more of a buyer's agent than a listing agent. Am I saying that or is he saying that? He sold me the home,
Mhm.
right? I thought it was great, Paul. I thought it was great, man. I have no other feedback.
Well, thank you
No,
guys. Yeah, this is really good. I've been trying, so appreciate it.
yeah,
That was a good
well,
call.
you're trying. You're doing it, man. You're doing it. It just you're standing up. You got the energy. Energy solves all problems. Just so you know, energy solves the problems. You can throw up all over the person while you're listing the property, and as long as you're enthusiastically doing that, they're going to list the property. Commercial real estate's different. They have very little threshold for errors, right? Okay, who's next?
I'll go.
Okay, CJ, you're up.
All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi there. I'm looking for Joey. My name is, hi there. I'm looking for Joey.
This is Joey.
Hi, Joey. This is CJ with HomeSmart Eye Care. And the reason for my call today is that I'm sure you figured out that your listing is expired. And I was calling to see how things are going with you.
We've been getting a lot of calls, CJ, and we're kind of exhausted in this whole thing, and we're gonna wait for rates to come back down because people just can't afford things right now.
Yeah, I can understand your perspective, man. It's a frustrating market. Just curious, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent of selling your home?
We're gonna kind of just stay put, CJ, honestly, because we got to wait for rates to come down. The elections are over, and we're just waiting for it to come down a little bit more, and so that way more people can afford them. You know what I mean? I can't. We've been on the market 6 months, and I can't do this again. So we're
Yeah,
definitely gonna.
yeah, 6 months is a very, very long time. But let me just ask you real quick, Joey. Um, you know, if we were to wave a magic wand and you were able to sell this home in that time frame, what was the plan?
Well, I mean, the plan was to move out of state. We have some family up in Washington, and we wanted to sell the home and get something on Friday Harbor, one of the San Juan Islands. And it's just not. I mean, we need the money out of here to make it happen.
Okay. Well, I mean, going out of the state, I mean, how soon would you have liked to have been there? I know you said 6 months ago you've been on the market for 6 months, but how soon? What does that look like?
Buddy, I'm unpacking boxes that were packed. It looks frustrating. I'm pissed off. I'm angry about the whole experience. You know what I mean? But it's just I thought I had the right agent. I did everything you told me to do. I spent $5,000 getting this house for sale. I
Mhm.
painted the outside, I painted the inside, I did everything I needed to do, and it didn't get done. So we're gonna hold off. We even thought about maybe even selling it ourselves. But yeah, sorry, I don't like real estate agents right now.
Oh, I really understand. I'm really just trying to understand, what kept the house from selling. So, what do you think kept it from selling though? I mean, I know you painted it, you packed up your boxes and everything was ready to go, and you were super excited, and it just seemed like the momentum, kind of died down because of these rates. But what do you truly think kept your home from selling?
I honestly don't know.
Really?
I honestly do not know. Only I can think about is it's the rates.
The rates. Okay. Well, outside of the rates, I mean, I'd like to ask you, how did you happen to pick that last list agent you listed with?
It was actually the guy that sold me the house.
Oh, okay. What did that agent do that you like the best? And tell me a little bit, Joey, just was it just something that you felt that compelled to just pick him because he helped you find it?
Nice guy. Yeah, he helped me find the house, and we were working with a couple other agents, and when we found him, I met him at an open house, and he helped me find the house, and we love the house. We just
Mhm.
don't being in California anymore.
Right, right. So it sounds like, I mean, you love the house, and just the guy was just nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. So what do you think he should have done outside of just being nice?
Getting my house sold.
Yeah, yeah, that's the end goal. So I mean, what do you expect from the next agent that you choose outside of being nice?
Getting it sold. I mean, really, I want it sold.
Right. No, we know that's the end goal. That is the end goal, Joey. And what would you expect from the ex? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you already chosen the next agent to work with? Are we still picking Mr. Nice Guy?
I haven't chosen it. Like I said, we're gonna hold off right now.
Right. No, I do understand the frustration there. It's been a while, and the rates are kind of unmerciful right now. But tell you what, I'd like to apply for the job of selling your home, and like to share with you just some of the techniques that I use to sell homes. Just simple fact out there, we have in the past couple months we've been able to sell 32 homes in your neighborhood in under 30 days. And if I were to bring you an offer that was acceptable to you, would you be willing to move on with your plans of going to Washington?
I would definitely consider it.
Okay. Well, what time works best for you? I'd love to share these plans with you. I got Friday tomorrow at 4 and Saturday at 6 p.m.
How much time do you need?
I really want to be respectful of your time. This will only take about 15 to 20 minutes, but depending on the amount of questions that you have and how I can best address them will determine the ultimate time. But honestly speaking, if we're just having a casual conversation and you want to see what I do to help you, how I can best serve you, it should only take about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So what time?
You name the time. I'll make it work.
Perfect. Friday at 4 o'clock, and hope to see you then.
Perfect. How do you think you did?
I kind of fell off script, I think. But I was just trying to do improv, and I threw that last minute thing, like kind of trying to think what I said here. I don't know. I think I need a little bit more practice.
I think you did a great job. I mean, you guys agree with me? You agree with me? Raise your hand that he did a great job. He didn't really fumble too much.
Yeah, I think you did good. I think you did wonderful.
Yeah, I think you did great. So I'm going to tell you two things you could have done better.
Okay.
Right. Number one, that line I just gave you, it sounds like he's more of a buyer's agent than a listing agent.
Okay.
Right. That's perfect, right? Because he sold me the home. Now you guys get to use that. Well, he sold me the home. Sounds like more of a buyer's agent than a listing agent, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Well, what do you mean by that, Joey? Well, some people are really good working with buyers, and some people are really good at listing homes. I'm a listing specialist, right? And then be real careful using the nice guy. You used it 3 times. You know what I mean? And the third time that you used it, I kind of felt like you were pinching me behind the arm. You know what I mean? I kind of felt it was a little condescending on the third time. The first time was great. I totally would use it the first time. but you know what I mean? And maybe the second time, I'm just curious. Anything else outside of being nice? What other qualities are you looking for in your agent, right? Boom, and that's it. You know what I mean? So just be real careful to not just keep beating on that one little thing. You know what I mean? Because that might have turned me off, or I might have said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This guy, I don't know. It he doesn't sound very nice, right? He doesn't sound very nice." And so, anyways, and if I said
I have one advice for that conversation too. So when Joey kept saying that, oh, we're just gonna hold off, I would have brought in that script that, or the script that Joey's been using. I understand that you want to hold off, but if I was able to bring you a full price offer within 30 days, would you still be, would you be interested in selling? Because he said that like 3 times. So before I closed him, I think I would have thrown that in.
great, and that's the beautiful part of it. And here's the thing: every role play is different. What you see, Kim, what you see, Chris, what you guys all see is going to be different. But anytime you hear that window opening, you got to close. Even if you haven't got through all the questions, you got to close. Then go back to the questions. Period.
Right. And from doing this Saturday, it's so different when we're scripting and then really talking. So we just have to move and adjust, move and adjust, move and adjust.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. Guys, I have to end right at 10. I mean,
All
literally right.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Actually,
I love it. I didn't even ask who was next. You say ring, I say hello. Go, Kim.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Joey?
This is Joey.
Hi, Joey. This is Kim Carlson. I'm calling from eXp Realty, and I noticed that your home is still on the market. And I was wondering, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent for the job?
Kim, we really hired this agent right away, and we're gonna take our time. We're gonna interview a few agents, and we're probably gonna wait until springtime to put this thing back on. So if
Yeah,
you could
Joey,
send me your card or something like that, or then I can at least do some research and I can call you back and schedule something.
I appreciate that, Joey, that you are, want to wait. Can I ask you a question though? If your home would have sold, where did you plan on moving to next?
Well, we were gonna go out to Los Angeles.
And what's in Los Angeles, Joey?
Family. We have family out there. My mom lives out there.
Oh, nice. So yeah, that's definitely important to be close to the family. Can I ask you another question?
Sure.
How how did you happen to pick the last realtor that you were working with?
You know what? It was actually the person that sold me the house.
Okay. Well, I understand that you moved fast in hiring him again as a listing agent. He might be better as a buyer's agent. And what did you like that the agent did?
He did open houses, put it on the computer. I mean, he did a good job, but I just didn't get the results that I wanted. I only got one offer.
And what do you think stopped it from selling, Joey?
I mean, it's the rates right now. I mean, it's the rates, and that's a lot of the reasons why, that my financial advisor is saying that he expects the rates to come down. So that's why we're going to hold off and wait, because if the rates go down, that means I get more money.
Well, that can be sometimes true, but can I tell you that our team actually sold 37 homes in the last month in your area. So when I hear people talk about rates in the market, it just has not been our case for our team and our agents.
Really? You guys sold 37, you said?
37 homes in the last month within in your area, within a mile and a half of your area.
Wow, that's good. Wow.
So Joey, can I ask you, Joey, are you familiar with the techniques that we use to sell homes?
I'm not.
Well, I would love to go over how we sold 37 homes in the last month and a half and get you to LA to be closer to your family. I would, I would like to apply for the job. Would Saturday work better for you or Friday at 4?
Friday at 4.
Awesome. And Joey, is it you and your wife?
Yes.
All right. Well, I will see you and your wife Friday at 4, and I look forward to meeting you and getting your home sold and getting you to LA.
Love it. How'd you do, Kim?
I've stumbled a lot.
I heard a stumble at the end, but I didn't hear a stumble about outside of that. I heard a stumble at the end.
Yeah, I thought you were doing
Okay.
good.
Yeah, no, I thought you did really good. I thought you rolled really well with it. You gave me some credibility, you know. I thought you did really good.
Okay.
Yeah, thought you did great. Just at the
Thank
very
you.
end.
Yeah,
And again, it's never about perfection. It's always about connection, right?
Right.
And the reality of it is, you know, the closing is a natural ending to a good presentation, right? So if you present yourself well and you ask the right questions, right, you help them self-discover. You go through those 5 steps, right? Go through the 5 steps: acknowledging, isolating. You know what I mean? That's what's great about that. If I can bring you a full price offer in the next 30 days, could you continue with your plans? Because if they say no to that, then it's not really an objection. It could be a condition at that point, right? You know?
Right.
no, I
So
I thought you did real good, Kim. Your sincerity comes through. You're clearly, it looked like you were like walking around. You're not being, no, I'm sitting here prepared with my scripts right in front of me. You know, it feels like you're flowing a lot natural. So it's good.
Well, I had it in my hand, but I was trying to flow. So, yeah, thank you.
You know the scripts.
yeah.
Thank you, John. All right, John, you ready?
Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey, I'm looking for Kim.
Wait, stop. Do you want me to go with you or
No,
Joey?
you said it, so I'm going with you.
Okay.
Ring
Okay,
ring.
go. Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Kim.
this is Kim.
Hi, my name is John with EXP. Um, I'm sure you figured out that your listing is expired, and I was just calling to find out when you were going to hire the next agent to sell your home.
You know what, John? We've had the home on the market for about 6 months now, and we're pretty beat up. We're gonna go ahead and wait till summer.
Yeah, I get it. If you sold the home, where would you have gone?
We were gonna go to San Diego to be closer to my son and family.
Beautiful. San Diego's outstanding. Um, so I'm sure you wanted to be there yesterday, right?
Yeah, 6 months
So
ago.
what do you think stopped your home from selling?
Well, I don't know. From what the agent told us, it was the market, it was the rates, it was elections. We just got on it at a bad time.
Yeah, how did you pick your agent? I mean, that's good information, but how did you pick them?
They actually were a referral from one of my best friends, and they've been in the business a long time. I did my research on them before I picked them. So, yeah, it was a referral from a friend.
Well, great. Agents do a lot of good things, but a lot of them aren't really specialists at selling. Um, what did your agent do that you liked?
They did open houses, and I feel like they communicated well with me.
So they basically did the minimum. What do you feel they should have done?
Get my house sold.
Yeah, I get it. And that's why you need an aggressive agent to sell your home. What do you expect from the next agent that you choose?
I really want to get my home sold.
I get it. Um, have you already chosen an agent to work with?
No, like I said, we're probably gonna wait until June. We were pretty beat up. We're tired of keeping the house clean, and we just I think we're gonna wait until June, John. But thank you for giving us a call. If you want to send us our information, that'd be great.
It sounds great, but what if I can what if I can bring you an offer within the next 14 days, a full price offer, would you be willing to move within 45 days?
Do you really think you could bring us a full price offer within 14 days?
Oh, yes, I do. Are you familiar with the things that I do to market your home?
No.
Well, that's the reason why we should get together. So before you make any decisions, let's do this. I've got some time tomorrow. We can go exactly why your house didn't sell, what the market looks like, and how it's going to look like in the next few months. Um, what time works for you? Today at 6 or tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning works well, John.
You're easy. Excellent. All
Was
right,
that too
fantastic.
easy? I was trying to think of things Joey would say, but I think you did good.
I think I followed the script a little more, but the ad-libbing, like you are excellent at the ad-libbing. I'm not.
The what?
You know, the extracurricular stuff, off the
Oh.
script stuff, you know,
Yeah,
the
ad
market.
living is just kind of filling in the gaps. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you did great, John. And you know, man, don't be so damn hard on yourself, man. Just follow the script.
Yeah.
Just follow the script. You know, we this lie that we have in our own heads is that like if we beat ourselves up,
Yeah.
right, and we're hard on ourselves, we're gonna perform better. Where is that written at?
It's the limiting belief that I have in myself.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, that's why you know Eric Lofholm says, you know, when I prospect, I win.
Yeah.
Right? When I set appointments, I win.
Yeah.
So I win either way, right?
Yeah.
If you
I
prospect,
love that. I love that. Yeah.
if you prospect, you win. You know, if you prospect, you win. If you showed up, you won. You're here. You're here, John. John, this training went out to 240 people, and only 5 people showed up. And you know what? The other 235, a lot of them are hurting right now.
Yeah.
They are. They are. And they don't know how to do it. They're looking for jobs right now. There are a lot of people that are looking for jobs.
I agree. And you know, I'm blessed to be here. When I watched you on Saturday, you went through the struggle with us. You saw how tough it was. That impressed the heck out of me. You impressed me,
Love
bro.
it. Love it.
You were breaking up. What did you say, John?
I said you impressed me. You impressed me on Saturday because you went through it with us.
Well,
And
thanks, bud.
you realized that it's not as easy as it really could be. But yeah,
Yeah.
you impressed me. You impressed me.
Well, John, thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. And that's a perfect example right there. Because when I left that day, I was like, wow, it's changed. It has changed. It has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
I took that, I took like, some of the list that was out there. And the older they're getting, like I'm in October right now, and so many of them have been back on the market and sold.
But
So,
that's great news. Listen to me. That's great news.
right,
You got to hear me. That's great news.
right,
That's not bad news. That's great news. That
right.
means go, you know what I mean? So again, Kim, you came a little bit late, but I'm working on I got a few ideas I'm playing with right now. I'm going to give you guys some tools that with, the phones could be one of them, part of it, but we're going to hit a couple different angles on how we can really make this thing happen. And again, if I could help you guys get 5 new listings this year, right? Then it'd be a tremendous success. That means I've been able to add another 50K to your bottom line, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's huge for me. Care about you guys. Next week I will not be available because I'm going to be.
In
I'm gonna be
Cabo.
I'm going to be in Mexico. If you, Kim, if you guys want to do this, on your own, you can. I think you guys should really exchange numbers and get some role play, and then we will continue when I get back. Okay.
Guys, do you want to run it next Wednesday? Do you want me to run it?
That'd be great, Kim, if you could.
I'll
Paul, are
be,
you gonna be here?
I'll be, let's see, next Wednesday, I'll be here. I'll be ready.
I'll
Okay.
I'll be ready.
All right, Joe.